The kingdom of Leberus is a monarchical state. There is a strange rumor that this country is home to notorious knights and adventurers. Most of the great heroes who engraved their names in history had that man as their master. In other words, the so-called backwater sword master. As the carriage is moving, the coach announces they have almost reached the place. The girl inside remarks how nostalgic this place is, sitting in a small house. An old man interrupts his son, who is practicing, asking why he is practicing at such an ungodly hour. He calls him Beryl and asks if he won't be a good son, at least letting him see the face of the grandkid before he dies. Usual dialogue in this world. In response, MC says he took over the dojo. The number of people has increased, and he is already a good son. His father asks if there isn't a good girl among his pupils. MC responds that the dojo isn't a place for that, as who would want to marry into a backwater dojo family anyway. Every swordsman here is aiming at becoming a knight or adventurer, having been in touch with the sword from the cradle. He also had the same goal, dreaming that one day he would go to town or something and see many people with swords. But in the end, he could only become a teacher of basic sword self-defense in the middle of nowhere. That's how it is, it suits someone his height. As he thinks about people, he remembers that there was a kid who said she would marry him. He is interrupted by a blonde, gorgeous girl who calls for him. As MC recognizes her and asks if that could be Alusha, as they sit down. He mentions that it's been a long time, and he could barely recognize her. Alusha says he looks the same as always. MC recalls that Alusha Citrus, head of the Liberio Knights, was a distinguished person and head of the Royal Knights. She was his pupil. She learned just by watching and mimicking his moves. After 4 years had passed, there was nothing left he could teach her. When she left the dojo, he gave her a sword as a parting gift. MC asks if she still has that sword, stating that he's sure she could get something way better in the city. Alusha says no, this sword is fine for her. As MC asks how he can help her, she says, aside from her responsibility as the head of the knights, she instructs her men in fencing. The instructor is responsible for guiding and training knights. The instructor for the knight order is basically the best swordsman in the kingdom. MC asks if a student of his would go as far as becoming the royal instructor, as he is proud of it. Alusha declares that she recommended him as their special instructor, and they agreed with no objection, leaving MC in shock. She says that, in other words, the Order of the Liberio Knights would like to have him as the instructor. MC thinks she is a royal instructor for the Liberio Knights. Why would he? Alusha interrupts, saying there is a carriage waiting outside. Please come with them to the capital, since they will need to make adjustments to the program. MC screams that it's too sudden, but Alusha says it's an imperial decree with the royal seal, with immediate effect, forcing MC into the carriage. The scene shifts as MC reaches the capital of the kingdom of Leberus, Valtrain, in the official garrison of the Liberio Knights. Alusha introduces MC as Mr. Beryl Garden and shall cooperate with the Liberio Knights as the special instructor. She requires each and every one of them to exceed all expectations. MC thinks to himself that there are over 100 people, and he can tell they are very skilled. Alusha declares that MC surpasses the likes of her, and everyone, please submit their explanations for their training. She whispers that he should give them a few words. MC is nervous, wondering what she is saying as he fumbles upon introducing himself, and the surrounding people are confused that he's just an old man. The scene shifts as MC is boarding the carriage, thinking that a few times in a month is enough, as he already has plenty of students under his belt, and it is enough that he pays them a visit from time to time. MC thinks that he doesn't even think those knights need any instruction. As music plays in the market, Alusha asks how about these pastries, to which MC says he has already dragged her for souvenir. Nearby people gossip as they recognize Alusha as the commander of Liberio Knights, as they are drawing a lot of attention, to which Alusha asks if it bothers him. MC says she is used to it, isn't she? And he gets the Royal Knights walking around with some middle-aged guy who wouldn't stand out. Alusha gets embarrassed but feels okay, whispering that this could be a date, which MC couldn't hear but says never mind. Suddenly, a young girl comes from behind, saying that the head of the Royal Knights is shopping with a man, saying how pathetic it is. Alusha asks what she wants and addresses her as Lizendra. MC recognizes her as Selena, the strongest of the adventurers. Alusha recognizes MC and tells him there's no mistake, it's him. MC recognizes her as Selena, as she's about to cry, thinking he still remembers her even though it's been 20 years, a long time, no see. But to her surprise, MC is being crunched down by her love, shivering down, remembering Selena about 20 years ago. He took her in the dojo and taught her the sword for about 3 years before sending her to adoption. Alusha from behind gets angry, saying that MC is quite busy right now. Please take off her hands right now. The atmosphere is tense on the road as Selena says if MC would like to drop by their guild, she can show him around, to which Alusha says MC is going to walk around town with her, and this is no time for her to enter the stage. Nearby people whisper about what they are doing and who that old guy is between them as they reach out and in. MC thinks that everywhere they go, people start gossiping or showing respect. They are truly a great woman, as he is directed towards a forge, thinking that this is the Night Order's forge, and they have got some pretty good swords here. The shopkeeper asks if MC would like to give it a try. As MC realizes that he has gotten himself into a place to show his skills, Alusha and Selena are quite excited about this. MC is pondering what he has done. Even if one has a sharp blade, they still have to use strength, even for cutting through a fish's spine. The Makara, developed in the East, has a small resistance to that of a human body. Often, the blade will not only fail to cut through it, but it may even bend. Today was pretty tiresome. MC takes down the GSDS and calms himself, thinking that this blade is fine and he just has to concentrate. He slyly slashes the object into two without dropping it, leaving the shopkeeper shocked that it's still standing. MC says that he didn't bring any money anyway and begins to say something but refuses. Selena says that the sword was blunt, as the shopkeepers get shocked. He approaches the sword master, saying that one of the S's must have mixed them up. He jests, saying that this sword is not finished yet and that it's blunt. They apologize, as the shopkeeper thinks that it's blunt, isn't it? So how is he able to do that? The backwater sword master is still in form. The scene shifts at night as MC in the carriage thinks that the instructor of the knightly order might be biased on Alusha's part. But this is no doubt a huge step forward in his career, and he shouldn't be trusted with such a role. They are basically fooling these knights, and if he messes up, not only he but she who appointed him will also get in trouble. He thinks that he's got to think of something, and once he is back home, he will figure this out. But he finds that his father has ordered him not to come home for a while. The scene shifts to the capital as Alusha gets to know that MC was kicked out. She asks what happened, to which MC says that when he reached home, he was greeted by his father and his pupil named Landred. MC says that he heard that he had become an adventurer, and Landred mentions that he thought he would take this as a cue to retire as an adventurer. The truth is, he has a kid. MC blinks his eyes, thinking that he's married to someone who is younger than him. MC asks what he will do from now on, to which his father says that he put Landred in charge of the dojo, leaving MC dumbfounded. His father says that he needs to train well and fulfill his duty, and he asks him to find a wife while he is at it. In the present, Alusha gets embarrassed, thinking how convenient it is. MC is feeling worried that he has to find himself a place to stay, as he's sorry to ask for help with such a thing. Alusha says that by no means it is a hassle, as she offers that what does he say to staying at her home. MC thinks that's absolutely no way, as he's sweating. The scene shifts as MC is in the market. He says that this adventure, guild, is the first time he has come here. It's quite a lively place. Alusha says that since he is looking for a place to stay, she thought somewhere with many people coming would be the best for gathering information. As Selena suddenly sees MC as she is in her nightdress, she feels embarrassed as she asks him if he didn't go back, for which MC informs her that some stuff happened. As MC asks, he wants her to help him, and is that all right, which she gladly accepts. As they sit down, Selena says that in that case, she can show him a few cheap places, showing a place that says that it's near the guild, so it's very safe. Alusha stops her, saying that this will have to be frequented at the barracks from now on, and therefore a place closer to her house would be more beneficial and practical. They bantered with each other, deciding who would get too close to MC. After a brief pause, they put their auras into place and imagined a battle with each other as they slashed each other, but they realized that their swords were to be stolen in an instant and taken away by MC. As they gain their composure, MC asks what is with them, to which Selena and Alusha say that it would be a draw and they should stop it. MC thinks that for a moment there, he really thought that they would reenact their sword fight. As he's escorted to their room, MC thinks that this is a pretty nice room. It's a little far away from the barracks and the guild, but the market and the blacksmith are nearby, and it's thanks to those two. Nevertheless, Alusha looks a bit grumpy as he drinks down the beer, screaming that he's a disgrace after all, as the instructor's job and now this place were all handed to him on a silver plate by his pupils, as he's just an old man. What do they expect from him? The next day, as Alusha asks what troubles him, to which MC says that it's nothing and he's fine, as he is taken toward the training hall for their knights. A man springs upon to slash a sword into two, as Alusha says. As he can see, basically everyone practices their movements and stimulates combat here. MC shivers, thinking that they won't kill each other with that, as Alusha announces that they are advancing today's schedule, and from now on, MC will be their instructor. MC hears the doubts about him, thinking that he expected that he's not very welcome around here, and those stares are vicious. A young ponytailed girl waves at MC, saying it's been a long time, as MC recognizes her as Kiruni. She says she finally got to greet him, as MC asks if she's a real knight herself, and that makes him so happy, for which Kiruni says that not at all. She's got a ways to go still, but she's very glad to be taught by MC, and she could go to the dojo for about 2 years after all, as MC cries. MC thinks about how long he's going to depend on his pupils, and it's time for a change, as he's just an old man. The person from before asks the commander, as Alusha addresses him as Hembritz, as MC thinks that it's the rotating slasher from before. The man introduces himself as Hembritz Drought, as he has been entrusted as the vice commander of this knightly order. MC thinks that he's the one with the penetrating gaze from yesterday and his very definition of bloodlust. Drought says that the Liberio are very proud of their knightly order, and in order to instruct them, a high level of expertise is required. He also says how much what the commander has told them upon recommending him is true, and he would like to ask for a match with MC. Hearing this, Alusha thinks at last his sword will finally see the light of day, as the Liberio Knights, the most prestigious order in the kingdom, are selected from the best and brightest from around the kingdom and put to continuous strict training. A single Liberio Knight is said to have the strength of 10 knights from other countries. The vice commander, Hembritz, is without a doubt one of the finest knights in the kingdom. MC thinks that a fight right away is not a good idea, and if he were to refuse here, they would only further doubt him. On the other hand, if he doesn't meet their expectations, they will surely kick him out immediately. MC signals to Alusha to do something, but to his surprise, Alusha says that this is a great opportunity and lets the rest of the knights see his prowess. He finds himself in trouble as the soldiers whisper that the vice commander is having a match with the new instructor. The butterfly girl says that this is their first time seeing MC fight and that he will be okay, for which Alusha reassures her, saying it's fine, and asks to keep her eyes on him. Drought thinks that when he heard the commander's mentor was to train them, he was overjoyed. They call him the Backwater Sword Master, and he was curious if he could help further his own sword. But when he finally arrived, he was just a middle-aged man with no vigor. At that time, he had his own suspicions. If their former teacher asked for a position, how could she refuse? And if he is mistaken, so be it. However, he is in the presence of the strongest knights in the kingdom, and if he's just a parasite, he would kill him off. MC realizes the killing intent and questions if he is trying to kill him off. MC calms himself down, thinking that he has to pull himself together and concentrate. As he calms down his nerves, receiving the killing aura, Drought realizes it and charges towards MC, but a huge explosion occurs, and Drought finds himself under the slash of MC. The nearby people are shocked at what happened. Kiruni asks what had happened, for which Alusha explains that Drought stepped in immediately, lunging at MC's throat. But that was a feint and a right slash at the unprotected torso as MC caught the blow and was thrown off balance from the swing. And then MC swung for his neck. And this is how it went. The nearby people are shocked that it all happened in that split second. Drought is being pushed by MC as he thinks about how far he can see. Alusha elaborates that MC's strength lies in his eyes, observing the opponent's breathing, line of sight, center of gravity, grip style, and even the smallest detail called for by his eyes. The nearby soldiers are sweating, thinking that the vice commander is completely defeated. Drought wonders how many times, if these were real swords, he would have died, as he again tries to slash MC to get him off balance. He thinks that this is a technique even the commander couldn't see through the very first time. Alusha thinks that it is Vice Commander's revolving slash as MC realizes that, overrating his sword's intent behind his back, it becomes impossible to read the timing. On 1 foot from the initial strike, it's too late to avoid, and combined with his strength and force, the enemy's defense will be cut off. But as MC gets behind him and punks down from behind, Drought falls down in defeat as he realizes that he is the real deal of a man. That's why they are explaining. As the scene shifts to the past, Alusha is battling Drought, who says that if not for Alusha, he would have been the commander. Alusha asks if there's a weird feeling, to which he says that yes, when he faces her, it feels like they are looking in different directions. He asks her why she decided to become a knight. Meanwhile, as MC clobbers down Drought with brute force, he comes into composure by the clapping, and Alusha declares MC as the victor. At night, MC, Kiruni, and Alusha are celebrating MC's appointment as the instructor. They cheer and gulp down beer. Alusha is gulping down meat and beer like a hungry animal. Seeing this sight, MC asks if they should ask for another round of drinks, to which Alusha gets embarrassed, saying that it was so good that she couldn't hold back. MC thinks that there will come a day where he will drink with those kids as he gets emotional. They are interrupted by Drought, who offers a drink. He pours down MC's drink, apologizing for having a whole bank order like this. Drought says not to worry about it, as this place is cheap. Alusha pouts, thinking that she also wanted to serve Sensei, as Drought says that many guild members, including him, were much obliged today, and he also wanted to apologize for his rude challenge and let him do the honors. After some time, as Drought gets drunk, he gets into another personality, screaming that he was so impressed and ashamed for not believing him. MC thinks that Vice Commander is getting fired up when he drinks, for which Alusha says that she told him someone like her can handle the drink. As the alcohol takes its toll, Alusha asks what MC thinks about Drought. MC says that he was quite strong, with arms having strength outside of human range, especially that rotating slash, which made him stand on one leg so he couldn't properly dodge or counterattack. Yet, if he took the blow straight on, he would be hit and cut through. It was well conceived. Drought can't believe that he managed to analyze it, so he tells Drought that if one is able to get behind him during his rotating slash, he will be able to dodge his sword and get to his blind spot. Drought bows down in front of him, saying that he is needed by the knightly order, and he asks for his continued guidance from now on. MC thinks that even the strongest knights are young and insecure about the path ahead of them, and he shouldn't have been facing things like that. MC consults him, saying that he too hopes that they can work together. Drought says that it feels like a dream to see the backwater sword master in front of his eyes, as MC is shocked to hear this. Tiruni says that the commander is eating her skewer. As Alusha says, it's dirty, and that's not it. She was already going to order seconds after some time. As Alusha is drunk on a bench, she thinks that she ended up drinking like usual in front of MC, and he probably thought that she was vulgar and maybe she let her guard down since her plans are going well. So, Drought, if one is able to get behind him during his rotating slash, one could deflect it. He said it as if it were easy. She also managed to draw the first time she saw the attack, but that cost her precious practice sword, and he's incredible as always. In the past, when MC gave her a sword as a parting gift, he said that he gave them to the kids who were able to master all his techniques, and there is nothing more that he can teach her. But Alusha says that he is completely in a different league for her, and she cannot agree with it, for which MC says that she is overacting, and she's a natural, and he thinks that she is of high caliber to be stuck in a dojo in the boonies. Alusha can't believe that. Even so, he thinks so little of himself. That day, her plan and her life goal were decided. In the capital, as she participated in the Liberio Knights selection, the nearby soldiers asked that the woman got first place in the written exam because she's so young. The first candidates had to duel between themselves, and the ones who got selected would duel with their instructor. Alusha was dealing with a person whose attack seemed too slow to her, as she realized that all the candidates were said to be from an abundant crop. Even the instructors from the order themselves said that this is the strongest knightly order in the kingdom. She thought that no one could be compared to MC. Alusha, after setting a remarkable success record in the entrance exam and establishing herself as a successful knight right after entering the order, became the youngest commander ever appointed. Then, discussing with the official said that there is no one more qualified than her and that he knows it might be busy taking this job while keeping her public duties as commander, for which Alusha mentions that she will gladly take the offer. But there is someone even more qualified for this than her, and would he like to listen to what she has to say? The reason why she became a knight was to prepare a stage worthy of MC. And he might think that's over the top, that she's an overbearing, selfish woman, as she's sorry that she has no ambitions like other knights. Still, just thinking that no one would ever know about his swordsmanship was too much to bear. In the past, she was consulted by MC about the competition accident, for which she cried, saying that she's sorry, and she can't look into the face and that it's her fault for putting him into the jab, for which MC gave her a hanky, saying that he's glad that she didn't get hurt. He meant it's not like it's good that a kid from another dojo got hurt. But of course, when it comes to his people, he's not so mature. As long as she's safe, it's no bother. Alusha gazed upon MC's handsomeness in the present, as Alusha thought that MC's swordsmanship was just getting started. From now on, he shall build a new era, and in the near future, he shall be rightfully called a sword master. To her surprise, he is drunken down on a bed. The scene shifts to the library. A woman asks her disciple that it seems like Liberio's knight vice commander got completely crushed at the trial duels, and she hopes that his cute face was unscathed. Her pupil asks who that was and if he was against the commander, for which the master says it looks like that's not the case. It was a new instructor, and it was called something like the Backwater. The pupil recognizes it as the Backwater sword master, as she recognizes it as Beryl. The scene shifts to the market as MC is taken to the west side of the town's commercial district. There are plenty of shops, and since there are many pedestrians, it's common for fights to break out, so they have nice patrols around the clock. MC asks if it's really alright having him tag along, for which Kiruni says to leave it all to her. As before, on the training ground, Kiruni asks if he has gotten used to the city, for which MC says that he hasn't gone anywhere other than here, and Kiruni says that they are getting the privilege of his presence here every day. Drought mentions that there are many famous spots in the capital, for which MC agrees that he's right. He came all the way to the big city, so it wouldn't hurt to take a gander. Kiruni says that in that case, she can show him around as she's on duty to patrol the west side after this. And how about he comes with her, as the biggest market is on the west side. MC is amazed that there are too many shops, and he doesn't know where to look. Kiruni gets up to dress in a beautiful dress, and MC takes his eyes off her as he thinks that she's so young. He meets a woman with a cap. She greets him, and MC is having a hard time recognizing her. MC realizes that the person beside her is Fissel. He addresses her as Fissel, and she says that he didn't recognize her at first because she's so sad, for which MC gets sobered up. MC recalls that Fissel was quite the kid, and she rarely spoke to other children. He saw her practicing her swings in a corner of the dojo. After mastering all his war techniques and receiving a farewell sword, she only said that she had something to do next and left. Kiruni gets happy that they are going to see them from here, and how about she tags along with them as her ribbons are fluffing around. Fissel says that she will go with her, and it's been a while since she has seen her too. Kiruni asks what she is doing in this city. Fissel says that once she hears the answer, she wants her to be surprised. She showcases her puns. No, she says that she's the ace of the magic division. MC is shocked that she can use magic, for which she agrees, saying that she gave all of her potential. MC realizes that the magic division is an organization composed wholly of mages, a rare occupation in this world. Along with the Liberio Knights, it constitutes the kingdom's mechanism of power. MC thinks that she thought she would pursue the blade for sure, but it looks like she taught another amazing kid. As they go into the shop, Fissel shows a ring, saying that it's magic equipment. For instance, this is a candlestick ring. It gives off a small flame, for which MC says that it's interesting, and he kind of wants one. Fissel spots an earring and informs them that this earring is cursed, which shocks MC and Kiruni, as the shopkeeper says that she found one, and she hasn't caught on in a while. Fissel asks if she wants to buy it, and the shopkeeper says that she doesn't have to pay. Kiruni asks if it's alright for her to carry it around. Fissel says that it's fine as long as one doesn't wear it, and as long as all the conditions are met, its powers won't activate. MC asks why that happens, for which Fissel elaborates that there could be many reasons, like a grudge, bloodthirst, or some people also making them to make magician look bad. Fissel gives a bracelet to MC, saying that it's a bracelet of rest, and if one wears it while they sleep, it will greatly relieve his draining at the nightly order. It must have been very tiring. And please spread the word, magic is here to help them. MC is about to cry, realizing that she's a great kid. He thinks that she became a great mage, and it's kind of sad that he won't be seeing her swordsmanship anymore. But as they hear a scream about a thief who is running around, MC thinks that those two are out there. Fissel says that she will do it, just to watch her. MC realizes that she unsheathed her sword and was not going to use magic, but to his surprise, Fissel shoots his thunder towards the thief to knock him down. MC thinks that her thrust went flying, so this is Fissel's magic. As the other thief runs away to the alley and Fissel runs towards it as she hops onto the walls to defeat it quite easily. Kiruni abducts both of them, saying that she will take these people away, for which MC thinks that everyone in the knightly order is inhumanly strong. Fissel wants to be praised by MC, as MC realizes it, who praises that it was amazing, so that was magic. Fissel says that it was sword spells, and she strengthened the power of her blade through magic, and her division commander said that she is the strongest at it. MC realizes that it was really an incredible technique. He says that his sword technique would evolve in such a way. Now he wants to meet Fissel's teacher. Fissel says that the magic division commander was the one to teach her sword spells, and when she talked about him, the commander said the same thing, two of a kind, he and that person. At night, MC thinks that his shoulders have been feeling great ever since he had this position as the commander of the knightly order, the strongest advisor, and now an ace mage. If his people got into such successful careers, maybe his technique isn't so bad. He slaps himself, thinking that he shouldn't get full of himself, as his pupils are the ones to praise for their efforts and he hasn't accomplished anything. And as he's just an old man, he sees a flame out there who burst into a spirit. MC gets attacked as the spirit attacks MC. MC dwells on the attacks to crunch it down and slash it into two. He deduces that this is also magic as a woman approaches from the shadows. As MC realizes that it's a flame doll made of magic. No matter how many times he cuts it, it gets nowhere. In that case, he has to run. As he's running, the spirit is following him. MC recalls that Fissel said that casting spells across a long distance isn't very effective. On top of that, it makes the caster worn out and exhausted, and their strength will be reduced. Using bows and arrows might be better. As MC gets onto the big battleground, he thinks that surely the one controlling the fire will be nearby, and if it's here, there will be no way that it can shine. As a little girl comes out, saying, quite the audacious man he is, forcing her out of hiding. Feeling a fretful threat coming from the shadows, I see a little puny-like girl coming out of the shadows. MC calls her a child, which makes her angry, saying, who is he calling a child? As he has no respect for the elders, is she wearing makeup? She recalls that he was addressed as something like a backwater swordsman, as he managed to flee before her spell activated. and she can see how the Roaring Blade was defeated. As MC asks, who is the Roaring Blade for? For which, as he realizes, she is talking about the Liberio Knight Vice Commander. As the girl says, she has her own reasons, for she has to claim his life. As MC thinks, it looks like she is not to be trifled with, but something doesn't feel quite right. As he realizes the bracelet on her hand, MC asks about the bracelet she is wearing. The girl taunts him, saying that she stole it some time ago from an intriguing sword-wielding mage. As she laughs, saying that, does he remember seeing this bracelet? You are asking for death, old hag. MC gets anger on his nerves, asking, where is she? For which the girl exclaims, feeling bloodthirst as she compliments, isn't it too lovely? As she unleashes her magic of countless swords at him, asking to try to make her talk. As MC braces himself to step forward and evade all those attacks, and MC slices down the iceberg cast upon him, but as the girl again unleashes her magic upon it, but MC slashes itself into pieces. The girl thinks that surely she aimed for his blind spot as she loves this battle, as she laughs on saying that it truly is amusing as she is attacking MC. MC thinks that he can't get close, there are too many spells at once. In this state, he's getting tossed around until he's exhausted. But on the other hand, as long as he keeps attacking, she has no chance but to keep casting spells. And if something is controlled by human strength there, then even magic must have been limited. As he thinks, on top of making one exhausted, their strength is reduced, so he thinks of a battle of attrition. He thinks that it's about who runs out first. The girl calls upon her spirit, saying that she is not quite done yet. As the spirit kisses down the ground to make a huge river flow out on the ground, MC thinks that this is bad. As the girl takes her sword, she asks, how about this? As she unleashes a nucleus-like thing that is compressed of high-temperature matter upon the river, saying that let us see how he survived this, as a huge colossal blast takes place. As when water enters into direct contact with another matter at extremely high temperature, it boils instantly and expands explosively, and a Fredic eruption occurs. As the girls get to their senses, thinking that in the spur of the moment, she overdid it. But to her surprise, as MC appears before him, emerging from the smoke, as MC thinks that if he had been a tiny bit slower, he would have died, as he slashed upon the ground to protect himself. As the girl opens her arms, is she asking for a hug? MC, sensing the danger, evades it as he thinks that had she kept the pressure on like that, he would definitely have been done for. As the girl cries out, saying that enough is enough, and since he can read it, she can't do anything like this, and he is as Fissel had said. As MC asks, why? How does she know her name? For which the girl says that of course she does. After all, she is the one who has taught magic to that girl, as she introduces herself as Lucy Diamond, as she's the commander of the magic division. As MC is left in utter sweat, as the strongest mage in the kingdom is in front of him.